person. I am a nurse from Minnesota who is interested in starting this YouTube vlogging stuff. So this is my first video. Please be kind. Like I said, I'm a nurse from Minnesota. I knit, I crochet, I do cross stitch, and I do a little bit of the diamond painting stuff. Still just tipping my toe into that one, but it's fun. So I don't do a lot of that. As you can see, my main hobby in collection is in the yarn and fiber arts. I was a crocheter first, so I am pretty good at crocheting and experienced at that. I'm a pretty novice knitter. I'll show you some of my finished projects that I've recently completed with my knitting, but it is starting to become much more in my wheelhouse than it was before. So anyhow, that's getting off topic. Like I said, I am from Minnesota. I have two kids. I have two little boys. One is 5, will be starting kindergarten next year, and the other one is 2. We also have a cat and my husband, and that's who lives with us. So I guess that's a little bit about me. I guess this, I'll start in the very beginning with maybe what got me into yarn arts. Definitely not my mom, as much as I love her. She can't draw a straight line with a ruler. I've always been an artsy kind of person. I went to art school. Graduated that right at the beginning of the recession, found that they have no jobs in that, and decided to go back to school for nursing, and I'm very happy I did. I love my nursing career. So I work in the OR. I do surgery for an orthopedic group here in the Twin Cities. I always like to say I'm the nurse that watches over you in the OR. You generally don't remember me or my name. The pre-op and post-op nurses generally get all the glory. I'm just the one that takes very good care of you while you're asleep and under anesthesia. I'm not a CRNA, I'm just an RN, but I am there to help the doctors, help the CRNAs, help anyone else in the OR who may need. So, and my first and top priority is to take care of my patients, so I love my job. I have been crocheting since about 2010, 2011. I kind of ebbed and flowed of doing it a lot, doing it a little. After my first baby, I I crocheted several blankets. I take that back. I did knit back in 2007, 2008. So really, technically, I guess knitting was my first thing. But I didn't get hooked like I did crochet. Crochet really hooked me. Hooked. But that really was the straw that tipped the camel's back into the yarn arts field. I have dabbled a little bit in cross stitch. I like that, and I enjoy watching FlossTube, and I enjoy watching crochet videos, or yarn videos, but I can't say that I love it as much right now, at this time, as I do my yarn. So, and diamond painting, like I said, just very little dipping my toe into that one. So, that's a little bit about my background as a knit and crochet person. I've done anything as big as a blanket. I've crocheted hats, I've crocheted cowls, I've crocheted scarves, have done a little bit of amigurumi. I've made several Christmas ornaments. I did my wreath for our house. One day, if I continue with videos, I'd love to show you all. We'll see where this video channel goes. I guess maybe I can start with transitioning into some of my, what I'm currently working on and what my current passion is knitting hats. I thought I'd show you several of my finishes as of recent of my knitted hats that I've done. I really got inspired to knit hats from the channel Smells Like Yarn. He's a local guy from Wisconsin, so right next door, and I was watching his video channel popped up on my channel, and I was very interesting because he has a huge wall of yarn behind him just like me, and he likes the acrylics, the stuff that I can afford. Well, I would love to afford the merinos and the wonderful beautiful hanks that all these wonderful people knit with. Like I said, 2 kids in daycare doesn't really leave much room for, you know, other than 40% off coupon at Joann's. So, but he really was the one that like inspired me to like learn how to knit in the round, and a hat is a great beginning knitting project because you learn your knits, your purls, you learn how to do decreases, and you can even possibly learn how to work with double-ended needles. But that was, I've learned that and I'm getting better with that, but it's still pretty fiddly for me. So, like I said, I do work a lot with acrylics. I have a few fancier skeins. I am a part of Knit Crate, and so if I do continue doing videos, I'd love to show you unboxings of those and what I get in that. But primarily I have the cheaper stuff just due to affordability. And for me, it's fine, because if I ruin something, if I lose something, well, I'll be sad personally because I've made it. I'm not, it's not like, oh, I've lost a $60 hat. So this is probably one of my first hats I knit. It is just a basic beanie. Yarn is Yarn Bee, soft and sleek, low pill. I really like this yarn. I actually really just like the fact of, like it said, low pill, and it really is kind of low pillish. I thought I would really like beanies, and after wearing this, I don't. I found I really don't like wearing beanies as much, and I wish this had a little more slouch, but I have enough yarn that I can make another one at one point if I'm really dying to. But yeah, I do like how when I started this though, that I started it had a little bit of blue, and I had just enough blue to make one little line of blue down at the bottom border, and then it transitioned up into the other colors, so that was kind of cool. So soft and sleek. I don't remember the colorway, so my apologies there. My next hat, I only have 4, so that was one of 4, so this is going a little bit faster than I thought it was going to, but that's okay. You guys are just getting to know me, and I'm just getting to know you. My next hat is actually this one. Again, it is soft and sleek from Hobby Lobby, Yarn Bee. It has a little more of the slouch that I'm liking, so there's that. I got the pom-pom from Hobby Lobby as well. Not super wild about the pom-pom, but I do love this hat. It's, like I said, about the slouch that I like. Not too much, not too little. The pattern is double seed stitch, and then just your basic, you know, knit purl row down at the bottom. This color is poorly reflecting in here, and I hope if I continue making videos that I will be moving rooms. My husband and I have talked about switching up some of my craft room versus where I'm actually going to be filming at, and the lighting is better in the other room, but for this first video or two, please bear with me until we get the move done. So it is gray, purple, white, and then a little brown pom-pom hat. There is that. My second hat is, there's something on The first time I've done cables, it is a hat by Marley Bird. It's called, oh, what is it called? I know Chic Sheep is her yarn that she uses for it. I'm going to say this wrong, Hagee? I have a brand, but this Red Heart. Haigu charm. I didn't realize when I purchased this that there was Sterlina in it, so there's a bit of sparkle. This one's called Stargazer, I think it is, or Starlight. I should have prepared better for this. Road to Success. Road to Success. That's the name of this pattern. This one, I love this hat. I love the fact that I was able to do cables with it. I was really impressed with myself for that. It's a really fun pattern to stitch up because these little cables that go up, it's like they call popcorn stitching, where you get done with one and then you just want to do another one and then you just want to do another one, and it like flies off the needles. So there's that. I follow the pattern and I'm supposed to have like 7 little cables here, or 9, and I only did 7, and I still have a ton of slouch. So I'm not wild about that. But I still like this hat. I like the color of it. I like how it worked up. I like it so much that excuse me, I knit it twice. This one is a teal blue. I was hoping when I got the yarn that it was just going to be this lighter colored blue. I didn't realize that there was the transition, but I'm okay with the transition after I'm done making it. Again, Soft and Sleek from Hobby Lobby. The pom-pom is one of these big fuzzy pom-poms that I got off of Etsy. Store's Willow Tree. High recommendations. Beautiful pom-poms, nice and soft, and she gives you nice little clear instructions on how to fluff it up in case it kind of got disheveled in the mail. Mine came beautifully though. So based out of Michigan, lovely. Willow Tree, again, is what she was called. If I can figure out how to put links in the description, I will, but I make no promises with this first hat, or with this first video. So that is my third hat. And I guess I can transition to whips. I'm currently working on making 2 more of these hats for people at work right now. There is a secretary who is a fiber art enthusiast too, and I would love to make her one. I had it on the needles this weekend, and I thought, well, I've done this hat twice now. I know the pattern by heart, and I still do. But I was at swimming lessons with my oldest, and I'm sitting there doing the cables, and I thought I did it in the right spot. I didn't. I took it off. I tinked back to where I was, redid the cables in the correct spot, continued knitting, and then realized I put those cables in the wrong spot again, and actually the first time I had it correct, and I should have just left it as it was. And because I was tinking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, it just got into a hot mess. So I frogged that, I caked it up, and it will be made in this color right here, which is a burgundy. Again, Soft and Sleek from Red Heart. That is kind of what else I'm working on. I have a few other things that I am working on. Pardon my reach, got this yarn from Knit Picks, and I apologize, I don't have the name. I wasn't planning on showing this, but it was sitting here and I thought, well, forget it, I'm gonna just show it. It is going to be a cowl. It is the Dainty Dots cowl. Again, if I can find the description or how to link it up in my video, I will, but I make no promises. So we'll see if this video even loads or if this is just going to be something on my personal iPad that is just purely for my enjoyment, which I won't be enjoying because I won't watch myself again because that's weird. So it is a fingering weight. I never thought I'd be a fingering weight knitter, but here I am, or sock weight. It's very fine and very, very delicate. So there's that. The colors are purple, pink, and orange. Again, I apologize for the poor lighting. I hope to get better in the future. So there is that. Back to, I guess, my hats. Like I said, that Willow Tree yarn. I have a few other of her pom-poms that I got from her. I have this one. The one that's on my blue hat is called Almond. This one's called Marshmallow. I got the white one initially thinking that it would go better with this, but I don't know. And I still might think that it might go better. I don't know. But I like the brown one too. I don't know. We'll see how I feel about it. If you guys have any comments, let me know what you think. Initially I had some pom-poms on it that was from Hobby Lobby, and they were nice. $2 from Hobby Lobby. The fur isn't quite as long as this fancy or soft as the one from Etsy, obviously, but for $2, don't have to wait for shipping, or don't have to wait for it to ship to you, and you don't have to pay shipping. I mean, it was a nice win. It is kind of big, and when I was driving, like to and from work, I would hit the back of my head on the car seat, or on the car, on my seat in my car, so we'll see if this one does that too. I'm not sure. I just got this one today, so pretty excited about it. I can show you some of my recent purchases that I got. I'm not a spokesperson from Hobby Lobby, but they just had a yarn sale, as did Joann's, as did everywhere else, but Hobby Lobby was kind of the place I went because I like that soft and sleek stuff so far, and I've been working with it, and I just wanted a black yarn, and you know, you go in for one black yarn, skein of yarn, and you come out with 6 other ones. So these are some of the other soft and sleeks that I got right there. These are solid colors. As you can tell, I'm very much a variegated person. I love, 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 love the cakes. I wish I was a better shawl knitter than I am, but since I've been doing the hats, I've been interested in doing with the cables. It is seen better in solids, so purple. This, again, it looks like brown on the screen, but it really is purple. It's called Plum. I guess will be where I start. It's nice and soft. Downside of this, it's dark, so you probably won't see the cables as well, but I love this color. I couldn't say no to it. I went with a lighter purple too, just because this bright purple just caught my eye and I couldn't say no to it. So this one is called Hot Purple. And then I got a teal color and a marigold color, and I actually got these because there's a pattern I'm interested in knitting that is Fair Isle, and it looks like a nice easy transition into Fair Isle, so we'll see if I go down that path. But I gotta get through my other 2 hats first before I wander down that road. And before you know that, with this mild winter, who knows if I'm even gonna need a hat by then. Minnesota is crazy right now with like 40-degree weather, although the temperature is supposed to turn. And with the 30% off, I couldn't say no to any of the other yarns, so I thought I'd dabble and get more. I got some of this Flicka yarn, and I was tempted to get it because it's Lion brand. I don't know if you can really see. It's kind of, it's got pinks and orange and blues, and that's like my happy place in color scheme. I know right now you're seeing a lot of my lower shelves, which are greens and blues and whatnot, but like this type of color wheel or like that is my jam. The transition from blue, purple blue down through purple or red, orange, yellow, that's what I like. This Flicka stuff, I was inspired to get it. I think it's similar to the Karen or the Lion brand cakes, the comfy cotton cakes in Walmart that you can get. So it's just different sized and in a skein versus in a cake. And while I always like a cake more than I do a skein, I figured it was here. I liked the color. I'm just doing it. So this is colorway Toucan. So it is 100 grams, 196 yards, or 179 meters if you happen to be everywhere else that uses the smarter math out in the other parts of the world, and America is dumb and uses feet and inches, and we really should adapt to the metric system because it makes a lot more sense. So, but that's my personal spiel that I'll just shut up about right now. So there is that. I also got another cake because again, cakes are my jam. This one is called Toasty Sweet Fruit Slush. I hope you're seeing that probably backwards, so sorry. I guess I'll have to figure out how to do these videos so it's flipped and you can actually read it. But she is in all her glory. Pink into orange into white. Love it. I thought that would be a pretty spring shawl. So there is that. I got another one of these glowing skeins. This one happens to be Maria Posa Prairie. I'm sorry. I'm saying that wrong. I can't read. Mariposa Prairie. It's teal with gray and orange and white. It's pretty. I have a few others of these right up in here. This one and that one. And 30% off. I just couldn't say no. So, another thing I just couldn't say no to. I have been looking at these lollies for a long time now, and I finally just bit the bullet and got one. As silly as it is, because it's just yarn again, wrapped in a different way, but I'm a sucker to buy stuff, so had to get it. This one is called Dancing Donuts, and as you can see, it's got a real nice like halo to it, and that's what I think I like about. I like this for like a cowl. I think that's kind of nice, and it's mildly scratchy, but still kind of nice. But like this, no halo at all. Like these Soft and Sleek ones, zero halo, and that's what I want for my hat. Sometimes I want a halo, but anyhow, that. But these ones, nice little halo. It's nice and soft. It is, if I can see what it's, 100% acrylic, because that's what I buy. And did I say it's called Dancing Donuts? It's called Dancing Donuts. Again, pink, orange, yellow, blue. That's my color schemes right there. I also bought during Christmas time for my mom. I made a bunch of dishcloths, and I have a lot of cotton yarn up here, as you can see, Lily Cream, Sugar and Cream, all of that up there. I have a few down here that are the I Love This Cotton from Hobby Lobby. And I found while I was making those washcloths, I mean, just your basic knit washcloths, you can find, it's like a basic knit pattern, you know. Knit 2, yarn over, knit, 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 turn, knit 2, yarn over, and then decrease, you know, sort of similar. But this, I Love This Cotton was so soft. I tried the Sugars and Cream, and that was alright to begin with. Then I did the I Love This Cotton, and I was like, oh, this is what I should be knitting with. And then I tried the, it's the Premier Home. I tried knitting with that yarn, the dishcloths, and I hated it afterwards. It was just so grabby, and it wouldn't slide off my needle real easy. So I thought, well, I want to make some of these for myself instead of my mom. So, and I'll still make her more too, but I thought, I'm only getting the I Love This Cotton because it just glides so nice off the needles. So, and it's so much nicer feeling in my hands. So I got a bunch of cotton for that. I guess we can start at the very beginning. I got 2 skeins of, and it kind of looks like, I'm sorry, apparently my video shuts off after 25 minutes, so hopefully I can merge this together. If not, I'm going to have to refilm everything and condense it. If not, we'll try this, and to say that this is I Love Cotton again from Hobby Lobby, and it's Baker's Twine, or it looks like Baker's Twine, I think is what it's called. I have it in a brown and a red. It's called Sock Monkey. And they actually have a pattern that you can make a sock monkey out of with these, but I don't know, sock monkeys, some people think they're cute. I've always thought they're kind of funky looking, so I don't think I'll be making sock monkeys. I think this is just going to be strictly dishcloths. This is color Monkey Red and Monkey Brown. Unique names. So someone was really spinning that creative juice while they were naming these. I bought this, and while I was organizing, I realized, I already have that color, but now I have 2. And so I guess that just means I get to make more dishcloths out of it. Again, I Love This Cotton, 100% cotton. Oh, I don't think I told you. 85 grams, 153 yards, or 140 meters. This one is called River Run, and it's kind of the color. It's a little more yellow than it really is. The teal, brown, darker blue, and there is a darker green in there, so that's kind of that one. I got just kind of a denim-y blue one, which I thought would be nice, kind of just plain Jane, and it's called Denim Blue. Again, the creative juices, someone was hard at work there. This one is called Delicate, and it is kind of delicate. I think that's a good name for it. It's kind of the colors in it. It's white with flecks of white, or white with flecks of white. It is white with flecks of mint green, blue, purple, and yellow. I thought that was kind of a nice little springy colors, so I thought that would be fun. Then this one is called Spunky. I don't know why they would call it spunky, because, I mean, it's fun, it's nice, but it isn't really spunky. This is a little more spunky to me. Spunky to me means bright, wild colors. This is kind of more on the delicate, homey side. But it's pretty. Cream base with flecks of peach, brown, and light blue. So there is that. And last but not least, this one was pretty. That one kind of reminds me of the hats that I've been knitting with the Soft and Sleek. it's got longer stretches of yellow and blue, and then there's like this tealy blue in it. This one is called Paris in June. I've never been to Paris. I would love to go. So, and I've definitely never been there in June, so I don't know what Paris in June looks like, but sure, we can say this kind of looks like it. I mean, that's fine by me. So that's all the cotton yarn I bought. I did get 2 more wheels because, you know, I only have 400 that I'm never going to probably ever knit something out of, but I like to look at them, and, you know, worst case scenario, they sit on my shelf and I look at them for the rest of my life. That's one thing. Oh, I did get this. I got this one. I got this wheel too. I forgot that that was on this trip. Barquet Ballet, I think that's what it's called. That must be the name of it. Yeah, Barquet Ballet. I don't know if you can really see the colors in it. It's got a green, like a hunter green color here. That's not coming color accurate at all. And then this mint color. Here's the one thing that I don't care for in a lot of the cakes. They have 90% of the cake color right, and then there's just that one odd color that's thrown in there, and you're like, what were they thinking? To me, it's that one. Chuck that. Why are we putting that in there? But, I mean, to each their own. I'm probably going to cut that section out and just use the rest of it for either a cowl or something. Start maybe with, like, this lime green and then just work its way out. But like that seems to be the case in all my cake yarns. They all seem to have that one funky color that you're like, eh? What? You got a nice rainbow going on, and then halfway between yellow and blue, or yellow and green, you threw in brown. What were you thinking there? But maybe they have a reason, and that's what their rainbow is. I also got one of these Delish Boutique, and it is in the colorway Melt in Your Mouth. This one was 100% acrylic, 355 yards, 325 meters, 199 grams, and it is considered a medium 4 weight, and I think that that's pretty accurate to it being true that it's a medium 4 weight yarn. This Delish one has 150 grams, 590 yards, 540 meters, and it is a 3 weight, and I think that's pretty accurate. This one to me, that just like screams like 1997, doesn't it? Like those colors, like doesn't it just like bring you right back to like the 90s with like, you know, I don't even know what to describe the 90s. To me, that's just like the color palette in our house in the 90s. So, I don't know, I just couldn't, I always looked at it while I was at Hobby Lobby, and I was like, oh, you remind me of my home in the 90s. And I always wanted to pick it up, and finally I did. 30% off finally sealed the deal for me. Last but not least, I got one more sugar wheel, and this one is Cinnamon You There. So that is that. I'm probably going to cut out, I don't know if I'm going to leave this blue to begin with, but and you can't really see the colors on this, it's not really being color accurate, but dark blue, orange, light orange, a greenish yellow, teal, and then dark navy blue again. It is 199 grams, 350 yards, 325 meters, and number 4. Again, I agree that's a number 4 yarn. So that is my first vlog, I think, in hopefully my channel. I am interested in doing more. Hopefully there will be. I do work full time, so I cannot promise that I'm going to be uploading 2 times a week every week by any means, but maybe we'll see how it goes. This was fun to do, so thanks for at least giving me a try. Thanks.